All right. But just so you know, if anyone other than a sexually aggressive, big-tittied MILF goddess walks through that door, I'm going to be very disappointed.
So you're the one leading the raiding party?
Hey.
Let me introduce you to my scientist friend, Dr. Lillian Margulis.
Nice to meet you, Captain. I've heard great things.
Great things? Nah, I'm just some backwater smuggler.
Perhaps. But a man who's not afraid to break the rules and put something you want exactly where you need it can be quite useful.
Oh, fuck me, that is so fucking sexy. Well, welcome aboard. Should I call you doctor, or...?
How polite. Thank you for asking. Since we'll be working together, I prefer to drop the formalities and just have you call me Lily.
Captain, I apologize for the interruption, but I must warn you about something.
And I'm not just a doctor. That title's a bit limited. I have a doctorate in genetic engineering, with a specialization in laboratory incubation methodology.
Captain, if I may...
I have absolutely no idea what any of that means. So, what exactly do you do, Lily?
I create. And with that being said, how about I introduce you to the rest of our team?
There's more of you. Oh, yes, please.
Oh no.
Very well. Oh, boys.
Boys? What in the history of fuck are those things?
They're called manticores, or mantics for short.
I'm detecting the DNA of dozens of species within these creatures.
That's correct. They're born from a potent combination that allows them to be highly combat effective and survive in any environment.
They look a bit dim-witted to me, and dangerous.
No need to worry. Mantics are obedient to anyone that wears one of these neural-linking Dominus collars. It allows the user to give them commands, even with minimal mutual training.
If you are able to control them, can you please stop that one from urinating on my floor?
All right, I get the setup. The lovely doctor and I raid the ship with these mutated cunts and bring back your booty. What about payment?
You'll get paid in full once you retrieve the data capsule.
You're telling me I'm just supposed to trust you? You, the one who intentionally threw me into a pirate death trap an hour ago?
That's a fair point, Captain. Let me ask you this. Do you think fortune would ever fuck you?
Come again?
Here we go.
Do you think she'd ever fuck you? Put your cock in her mouth? Let you stick it anywhere you want?
I'd have to go with a hard no on that one.
Well, I would. And if you do this, I will. You see, I conscripted into the military just like all solars do. I've been in combat before.
And what does that have to do with us possibly banging?
Mortal danger and adrenaline have a way of getting me turned on to the point that I can barely think of anything other than getting absolutely pounded over and over until I fucking explode. Does that sound like an appealing opportunity to you?
For some reason, I am suddenly quite interested in this job.
All right, you two, knock it off. The emergency system on Tybalt's battleship is holding together for now, but that thing's gonna blow within the next hour. We need to get over there, grab the data capsule and get out.
Well, Captain, it's time for you to see what the Dominus can do. We're good to go, Captain. Just in time, too. Looks like our pirate chums have arrived. I've got a clean shot at that funny-looking one over there. Should I take it?
Fire away. Ah, fuck him as Prime! I am killed! What the suck? I swear I did more damage in my last game.
Now, that just won't do. Oh, darling, why don't you show that scoundrel how to play nicely? Oh, did you just crush that bad man's spinal column for Mummy? What a sweet boy. Nice shot. Who's a good monster? Oh, yes, you are. Lovely. Time for some delicious revenge.
I fancy a pop. Taking the shot. One less.
Oh, that was positively amazing. I've never felt so savagely delighted. Still no sign of the data capsule. We'll keep looking and dealing with any other wankers that get in our way.
I fancy a pop.
Oh, this is like a dream come true. I feel like a proud mother watching my children grow up and become the successful killing machines I always knew they could be.
Tybalt has activated the ship's self-destruct sequence. I highly suggest immediate evacuation.
I don't wish to pull rank, but perhaps you can save your ball-dragging antics for a later date, so that we don't all risk perishing in a massive explosion.
Ah, but he's gonna get away!
Did you forget our little arrangement, Captain? You've got something much more satisfying waiting for you back on the Mary Celeste. And now that I'm about as turned on as I've ever been in my entire life, how about we go back to the ship and we celebrate this new partnership of ours properly?
You really do know how to persuade me, don't you? Everyone, shuttle! Now!
You remember when I said you could put it anywhere, Captain? I wasn't lying.
Bugger me senseless!
That is the idea. So tell me, should I make a silly examination joke at this point? Or just stuff my panties into your mouth and fuck you?
Just the sex, please.
Very well. Say ah.
Captain, I do not like to be kept waiting. So? Can you both please get dressed?
Act like you're not impressed. Besides, if you don't want to see the first mate and his cadets, learn some bloody patience.
If you're calling about the mission, I'm happy to report it was a smashing success.
Now that you've finished with your dirty little team-building exercise, I've got our mutual friend on the line to discuss why we're all here. They don't like to be kept waiting either.
Great. Hopefully they can make sense of the overall plot so we can give this game a proper go, eh?
Patience, Captain. Foreplay is essential for a memorable experience.
Greetings to my favorite Big Dick Bandit. You can't exactly push an agenda of purity like the Veil to the masses and then let them be exposed to something like New Vegas.
After all, titty tassels don't quite go hand in hand with celibacy and scripture thumping.
No, they certainly don't. However, it was really all about your military. All that tourist cash managed to buy you an armada even the Imperium didn't want to fuck with. The Battle of New Vegas only confirmed their fears.
We refuse to shut down, and you refuse to back down. I mean, someone was getting their dick kicked in.
If you had not intervened, the Imperium would have continued raining fire long after our military was bested. We would have been wiped out. The Solars owe you so much.
Oh, please, I only did what I had to.
Right. Care to explain just what the hell those things are?
You don't know about the fuckbots? Where have you been?
Locked inside a lab by a bloodthirsty xenophobic military tyrant and forced to perform illegal genetic experiments.
Damn it, Lily. This is not the time to be dropping crucial parts of our backstories. That's for later. How'd someone like you end up an outlaw?
Much like you, I kind of misbehaved my way here. I was once one of the top scientific researchers in the solar military. They recognized my aptitude and assigned me to study the various xenos of the Prodigium galaxy. I was naturally scientifically curious about the sexual compatibility between solars and various aliens, so I tended to take a lot of my work home with me. Some saw that as unprofessional. I saw them as cock-blocking bureaucrats. I have to say, the Mary Celeste is quite remarkable for being owned by a miscreant smuggler such as yourself. However, I have a few requests that could use your attention. For starters, I have hydraulic fluid from upstairs leaking onto my operating table. I asked for an array of flasks and tubes, but Dalek brought me some burnt glass contraptions clearly contaminated with psychedelic residue. And I also need a ballistics blast shield, with a torso side opening in the middle. Some of our manticores can ejaculate over 5 steaming hot gallons at a time with a range of nearly 30 meters, and I don't want the lab equipment or my hair getting contaminated. While you're at it, I'd also appreciate you updating the comm channels so my lab is no longer designated as Big Titty Central. Did you really just hand me a piece of paper with prescription spelled incorrectly at the top, with delicious MILF butthole on the bottom?
Don't think you'll have any trouble filling that, eh? By the way, I think I know you.
Well, I'd hope so. We have slept together.
I used to be the chief of security at the Red Light District in New Vegas. We had some scientist Sheila order 3 Veneran gigolos once. A night with just one of those lads is enough to take your legs out for a week. When I tried to warn her, she just gave me this look like, bitch, please.
I will neither confirm nor deny my presence during said transaction. I will confirm, however, that I may have found a way to increase the vaginal and anal endurance of female solars by over 1,000%.
How'd you get so ace with that sniper rifle?
Let's just say my time in the solar military came with multiple benefits. As I'm sure you know, there's only one medic per platoon in the solar military. The requirements for the position are somewhat elementary for a medical professional of my exceptional talent. So I spent most of my spare time practicing target acquisition and elimination. A proper lady should always be able to handle herself in combat, after all.
Any thoughts on what to do next?
I'm not the one to ask for advice regarding the revolution. Rather, you should contact Fortune. We must not tarry. She will know what to do. Fortune may be a bit prickly, but she is trustworthy. In fact, I owe her my life. I will vouch for her without a moment's hesitation. Now, if you happen to need anything concerning biological weapons that can break someone in half on command, feel free to let me know.
You have 1 minute before I start to turn your ship into melted scrap.
Captain, what's going on?
Hold on just a sec, sweetheart. I'll be right back with you. Can you explain why the Huntress is here to collect a bounty on your head? She mentioned something about you being a terrorist.
A terrorist? Well, that's technically correct.
Can you do me a solid and tell me just what the fuck is going on here?
I can't do that. I'm sorry, but I never meant for this to happen. Please, Captain, I need you to trust me.
Pardon the interruption. If we are taking the Huntress's threat seriously, we have less than 20 seconds to respond.
Even after all those lovely orgasms, you're really not going to tell me?
They were lovely, every single one. However, the answer is still no.